But let's pause for a bit. And after equity markets, considering they've already moved ahead of the times, while the leads come in, the equity markets already in celebration mode. I'm going to hand it over in New Delhi then to my colleague Nayanthara Rai to get in political flavor in. Nayanthara?
Good morning, Aisha. Well, the markets have spoken. Saffron means a huge green for the last street, as we've seen records being shattered. India set to record the best mandate since 1984. That's the last time you had such a strong mandate. That was after Indira Gandhi's assassination. In that election, only 2 BJP MPs had been elected. A very different story. It's looking like the BJP and the NDA are going to perform much better than in 2014 with the kind of leads and the numbers that we are getting in. So now time for a small political discussion. Joining me from the Congress party will be Sanjay from the Bharatiya Janata party. We're being joined by a lady you're going to see smiling on your screens very, very soon right now, Shaina NC joining us. Thank you so much. Shaina, I'm going to come to you first. You know, you all had been saying you'll perform better in 2019. We're getting the leads in. It's certainly looking like that. It is being called a tsunami. Modi 2.0. If it's a referendum for Narendra Modi, then you know, it's a very loud one. You know, the people have spoken. We'll come to Sanjay in a bit. I wonder if he's going to bring up a whole host of issues like EVMs, etc. But you know, the people have given the Bharatiya Janata Party and the NDA a second chance at a time when the economy is showing signs of a slowdown. There is a huge task out for you.
So for starters, let me please say that yes, every election you have an anti-incumbency. This is probably one of those rare elections that you have a pro-incumbency. And when I say pro-incumbency, it doesn't just mean that you're voting for the same government. You're voting for a Prime Minister who has been honest, hardworking, and who has delivered on ground. So there are leaders and leaders who want to be voted to power. I think he's the only exception where he wants to be voted to serve people. And the fact that you've had 22 crore households being touched by our Labharti programs, 133 yojanas of Prime Minister Modi and that of the BJP, which have percolated down to the poorest of poor. So whether it's 6.5 crore homes that have benefited through Ujjwala, or Jan Dhan being the largest financial inclusion plan, or Mudra banking that has touched the lives of 70% of the women who have benefited from it, or rural electrification or infrastructure, the list is endless. And to all those critiques who are constantly talking about EVMs, I think please don't be a spoil sport today. At least accept victory and defeat both gracefully, as this is the mandate of aspirational India. This is the mandate of the youth and the women of this country that have particularly come out and voted in large numbers because they feel that a referendum for stability and strong governance is known to one and all. And let me also say that our party president Amit Shah ji has worked so tirelessly to ensure that the workers at every polling booth have ensured this victory. And I'd like to salute the 11 crore members of the largest political party in the world called the Bharatiya Janata Party, of all of whom we all belong to.
You're already making a thank you speech. Shaina NC already making a thank you speech. Sanjay Jha, will you accept defeat? Will you accept defeat gracefully the way Shaina is talking about? You know, we're already getting reports about how the Dolwalas have fled from the Congress headquarters. Is looking almost deserted. There's a big party on at the BJP headquarters. But you know, the bigger question is, it's time now for all of you to introspect. What went wrong in 2019? Till yesterday there was this bravado that you wait and see. There were all these talks about how you were going to see kingmakers like Mayawati and KC. None of that is happening. This is a clean sweep, saffron sweep.
Well, I'll be very honest. You know, it's a very uncanny, a very mysterious kind of result where we are concerned. You know, when you fight in election, you are, when you are the opposition, you look at what the government has done vis-a-vis what it promised. Now, when we looked at hard facts, and this is not rhetoric or any hyperbole. Whether it was the state of the economy, I mean the current state of the economy, everyone knows is in serious trouble. Forget the markets for a while. The fundamentals of our macroeconomy are depressing. The industrial production is at a 21-month low, capital goods sector is down, manufacturing is sluggish, you have no liquidity in the system, agrarian distress is a massive problem, so is job unemployment. You are faced with a serious problem. I mean, these are epic issues. Now, if we are saying that these things are not making
Nayantara, please let me come in.
The ultimate electoral outcome, you can understand that we are definitely
Sanjay,
taken
we
aback.
know the issues.
We are
Sanjay, we know the
taken
issues.
aback.
Sanjay, I'm going to interrupt you there. We know what the issues are. We know what the election planks have been, the muddas were. But India has voted, India has decided, and they have decided to give Narendra Modi and the BJP a clean sweep. Sanjay Jha, the question I was asking you is that, for a democracy to be functional, to be vibrant, you need a strong opposition as well. You're not looking strong at the moment. Look what is happening. The strongest mandate since 1984. What I'm asking is the Congress party willing to look inside, to introspect and take tough decisions?
No, obviously, I think once the ultimate outcome is announced and formally done, we'll wait for, maybe there is some improvement, but I agree with you, I don't see the trends changing dramatically. At the right time, I will congratulate Shaina NC and the BJP, but at this point of time, I do need to make a mention of one critical factor. I have a feeling that this election has been perhaps won or has the BJP in a formidable position on account of a combination of hyper-nationalism, marketing fear, and really hard Hindutva politics, because nothing else can explain the fact that Sadhvi Pragya Singh Thakur, a terror accused who called Nathuram Godse a patriot,
but she's also leading. Let's not get into that.
To fathom
Sanjay,
at this stage in front of your camera. We'll see how it plays out.
Sanjay, the point is, we're during trading hours. Where the markets have hit lifetime highs. You've never seen a 12,000 on Nifty before. You've never seen a 40,000 on a Sensex before. So even the markets are giving a thumbs up as far as this victory goes. But Shaina, Sanjay's not wrong in saying that, there are serious issues. While you're getting a second chance, a very strong referendum, a very strong mandate, will we see, for example, job creation being a major issue, infrastructure, high-performing ministers? A lot has been said. A lot of your victories also because the opposition didn't consolidate itself.
So let me please say two things to my friend Sanjay. Today at least show some grace by congratulating a landslide victory, which is a mandate of the people of India. And let me also say that the voter is so intelligent, because the voter is not falling into the trap of Chowkidar Chor hai, Neech Aadmi hai, Anpad hai, Gawar hai, Aurangzeb hai. People have voted because they want a strong leader, and that strong leader to deliver. You take 2008 Mumbai terror attacks, since both Sanjay and me belong to Mumbai. Manmohan Singh did not even give a free hand to the army. You have Pathankot, Balakot, you have Pulwama, and the Prime Minister has given a free hand to everybody to go and act in a way that Indians will be proud of. You take the case of communal violence. You had riot after riot. In 5 years, you've had no riot at all. You talk about development of infrastructure projects. You take a city like Mumbai, which again we belong to.
I would like to tell both my panelists, let's talk about the economy.
Whether it's the metro or the coastal road. So isn't infrastructure part of the economy?
Okay, I'm going to ask both my panelists to talk more about the economy. Let's talk more about the economy. Okay, I want to talk more about the economy, but I want to bring in one valid point, Shaina NC, and that is, we're seeing a seesaw of sorts in Amethi, which is once again a terrible sign for the Congress party, and I'm going to come to Sanjay Jha in just a bit. Right now, Smriti Irani is leading by about 3,800 votes to Rahul Gandhi. A lot has been said. You know, I was personally at the BJP headquarters where if there was one constituency they were watching very closely, it was Amethi, because it would be a huge sign if Rahul Gandhi were to lose from Amethi. Shaina NC, you know, you've got a clean mandate, a strong mandate, such a strong mandate. Can you share with the viewers of ET now that what can change in the next 5 years? Let's talk forward. You know, forget what's happened the last 5 years, 10 years, we've lived through that. Let's talk about the future now. The markets are giving you a boost of confidence. You know, will we get the economy back on track? A lot of tough decisions also need to be taken. Look at, you know, the INFS scam, the impact that has had, for example.
Look,
I think we've lost Shaina NC's feed with her. We'll try reconnecting. But Sanjay Jha, you know, let me come to you. Rahul Gandhi looking like a real possibility that he might lose from Amethi. Smriti gaining by 3,800 votes. The Smriti Irani vote share 49%, for Rahul Gandhi at 43%. This is looking terrible if Rahul Gandhi were to lose Amethi. What kind of a sign is that sending in? Will that force the you know, the Congress party to consider a non-Gandhi president of the Congress party? Will it consider a new head, a new prime ministerial candidate in the next election? Is that even possible?
Well, you know, I'll wait for the final results to come. It's a very narrow lead and things change dramatically. There are many rounds yet to be counted. But, you know, since you wanted to focus on the economy, I want to just keep coming back to hard data. You know, I let Shaina come back on the channel. But you know it, Nayantara, that India's GDP itself is being questioned in terms of the integrity of the numbers. Now, we believe these are serious issues. Now, you know, I agree, if the BJP wins today, let them celebrate, and they deserve to. I'm not going to take that away from them. But do the facts change because the BJP were to win? I mean, is India's GDP today not being questioned? Today, we are being compared to China in terms of the whole, you know, opacity of government statistics. So there are fundamental issues here. You know, if, for example, you look at the entire banking system, it's in deep trouble. Liquidity is a problem. Even if the bank rates have come down, people aren't really investing in new projects. Stalled projects are at a very big high. New investment proposals are at an all-time low. Now, I mean, I really would like to believe that the people of the country have voted in favor of the BJP so far because they believe they can manage the economy and the country better. But I will say perhaps that is not the real issue. I think people have voted out of this whole fear that there is a very dangerous enemy within the country, that Pakistan is capable of launching an attack, and Mr. Modi is the only man who can defend India's territorial boundaries. Now, the fact is, these things do sell. I'm not going to deny that. I mean, you know, talking about, you know, creating a degree of insecurity, these things do play havoc with the minds of a very susceptible people. Now, you have to respect the verdict. I'm not going to be critical of what the public has said. But I want to still reiterate the point that we were very convinced as of this morning, and
Sanjay,
I'm telling you
I
this
think,
myself.
If you look at the numbers that are coming in,
yeah,
Sanjay, if you look at the numbers that are coming in, it cannot just be a referendum for national security or Pulwama. It's maybe because things weren't as bad as they could have been, or the people feeling a lot has still been done and a lot more can still be done. Shaina NC, I want you to come back in. Look at the seesaw that is happening. Do you believe the Congress party will ever consider a head who is not a Gandhi if Rahul Gandhi were to lose Amethi? And my second question to you is, I saw you looking at your phone. What are the updates that we're getting as far as the BJP is concerned? We do know that Amit Shah is expecting any moment now at the BJP headquarters. Is he going to proclaim a victory over there? By when is it? When can we start talking about cabinet berths being allocated?
Well, I think this is a historic victory, so the celebratory mode is only a foregone. You asked 2-3 questions to Sanjay, and I just want to reply with all humility, even though today is a day of celebration. a lot of the projects that we have taken on will be completed to the fullest in these next 5 years. You know the intent and integrity with which an honest Prime Minister has worked. They have only used a narrative to kind of suggest that look at the corruption in Rafale, but people haven't bought that argument because even the Honorable Supreme Court said that there was no commercial favoritism to anybody. So I think rather than getting into a negative campaign of who said what and who wants to do what, we should focus on what we're proposing to do, which is part of our manifesto. And Prime Minister Modi, as you know, doesn't waste a single day. So his 18-hour rigorous schedule is going to be known to one and all. And coming to cities like Mumbai and Delhi, where we're sweeping completely, only shows you that this is not just about an urban mandate, but it is about a thinking voter too. And if you look at the aspirational youth who is voting for the first time, born after 2000, this is the first election they're participating in, they realize that who do you have on the opposite side? And whether the Congress party chooses to rein in its leadership or change its leadership is absolutely their prerogative. I have nothing to comment on that. Best luck to each of them. But the fact that you had no vision plan and a ship which is sinking and has now probably drowned itself is known through the results. And the beauty of a democracy is every 5 years we have a mandate which is espoused in public domain and which is known to one and all, and the only excuse that the opposition gives time and time again is, oh, there's EVM tampering and oh, you did something wrong. At least with grace accept that the beauty of our Indian democracy is this kind of vibrancy.
Shaina, let's give credit when it's due. I think Sanjay has been very gracious. I think Sanjay has been really gracious and accepted defeat. Obviously, he cannot answer questions of what's going to happen with Rahul Gandhi and the head and the leadership. So, it would be unfair for us to expect that. I think he's been quite gracious. Even you should be
asked me that
gracious
question.
enough to say, yes, Sanjay did accept the defeat. Yes,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Fair point, but I'm going to congratulate you once again. Let me know when we can get you back on the channel, when we can start talking about what the timeline is looking like, when the Prime Minister is going to take victory, when the cabinet berths are going to be decided. Sanjay, I'd like to thank you for joining us. I know it won't be very easy to do television interviews on a day like this. I'd like to thank both my guests. And with that, folks, it's a wrap on this edition of a political debate. But stay tuned to ET now. We've got all angles covered. You want to stay here. We've suddenly seen the Nifty give up on about 130 points. The Bank Nifty slipped about 550 points. What's going on? And remember, we at ET now are also figuring out how you best can stay ahead of the curve. 19. We'll be back after this break.